Welcome back to Shanghai Live, Professor Li.
Thank you for having me here.
The word biodiversity is being talked about a lot these days with the conference that is going on in Yunnan province. Can you help our audience to understand what is the main purpose and goal of this year's UN Biodiversity Conference?
This conference could be a milestone for the sustainability and the biodiversity for all the lives in the earth. It's the first time this conference was held in China. The main purpose of this conference is to set up the roadmap and framework for the sustainability and the biodiversity protection for the next decade.
Based on your own expertise in terms of marine environmental protection, what are the goals of this year's conference? Are there exact goals or a sense of direction?
There's the topic on how to provide the biodiversity in both the marine environment and the coastal area. There has been general agreement that to save the ocean is to protect our future because the ocean is so important. Ocean provides us the oxygen. Actually, the ocean, not the forest, is the largest oxygen producer, and also ocean is the largest CO2, carbon dioxide fixer. But the ocean also is very special. There's two challenges. One is from the negative impact of human activities. The other is actually from the climate change. Most of the ocean is international water. So that means to protect the ocean, they need more international collaboration. So it's very important.
Do you think these challenges will prevent those goals from being met, or it can be done? How was the result in the past 10 years?
If we look back to the history, it's a part. This conference was held in 2002 and 2010, so almost every 10 years. And unfortunately, I have to say, each conference we set very ambitious goals to protect the biodiversity, but none of these goals are actually met. It's because it's really challenged. It involved almost 200 countries. There are rich countries, there are poor countries, there are countries they have to live on selling their natural resources. So how to help the developing country to protecting their biodiversity is always a big challenge. In the Kunming Declaration, China has committed to provide 1.5 billion yuan funding to support the developing country to protecting their biodiversity. I think this is a big commitment. Also, it's set up a good example to how to move this project forward.
Harmonious coexistence between human and nature is a concept China believes in working towards. Why is biodiversity so important, and how does it relate to everyone who's living on this planet?
I believe biodiversity has 5 core values. The first one is the economic value, of course. We got all our crops, our farm animals, they are picked from the biodiversity, picked from the ecosystem. The second one is the ecosystem service. Provide us oxygen, clean water, they fix the carbon, they also recycle all the nutrients. The third value is the recreation value. Then the fourth one is the scientific value. We always find some new stuff, new gene, new medicine, new bioactive compound from the biology, from different species, right? The fifth value is the culture value. You know, from the old time, we get our culture, we get our religions from the biodiversity. I just want to give you an example. It's like a dragon. Right? Dragon is a symbol about diversity, right? It's from ancient time, and all this part is from different animals.
China was among the first countries to become a party to the Convention of Biological Diversity in 1993. Can you cite some successful examples when it comes to ocean diversity protection work to inspire other people to do better?
Yes, China has done great effort to protect biodiversity in the ocean. Just one example, now we know we have fishing closed season. We can go fishing commercially in the ocean and in the river, in the lakes for certain months of the year, which help to restore and help the recovery of the fish. And we also, we banned all the commercial fishing in the Changjiang estuary for the next 10 years. That's great commitment. In recent years, China has set a lot of protecting area in the coast, which protects the wetland and salt marsh, which are very important habitat for the birds, for fish, and also for a lot of marine animals. Also, China are upgrading their agriculture with the modern technology to make them more environmental friendly and more efficiency. So they make the marine agriculture more sustainable.
Well, Professor Li, thank you again for sharing insight with us today.
Thank you for having me.